So welcome to part 3 in our series about trying to improve and colour up the way you play a blues. Now, in the last video we talked about practicing changing from major to minor with a view on that being our major sound, mixture of major and minor in truth, and okay, just a quick thought really. When you're playing and you're not playing any changes, so you're just playing a minor pentatonic for, let's say, 24 bars, there's really nothing much on the horizon for you to worry about other than trying to get some inspiration into it, which is kind of what's led us down this path. So we're looking at a massive change when you go from saying I've got 24 bars before I have to worry about a change, and that will be me probably turning off the distortion or turning off my treble booster or whatever it happens to be that you use on your solos, to a situation where we're thinking, well, we played one bar of an A, we've got a D coming along in the second bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's another change. There are 2 changes in the first 3 bars. So that's going to be very, very difficult to try and do, which is why I suggested practicing going from minor to major. Just a simple little idea here, just to start getting your head around this if you're having trouble with it. If you're getting on fine with it, that's great. But okay. Major pentatonic. Move up to 5th position. Minor. So whatever you play here, you can move it up to 5th position, play it again, it should work, and it will give you that change. But anyway, help is at hand so far as panicking about changes, because as I say, these things, if you're not used to playing changes, they'll come along very, very rapidly and it can get very confusing. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take out the D7 in the second bar. Now this changes things dramatically because we now have 4 bars of A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Plenty of time. Okay, now we have our D7. 2 bars on D7, which is our minor tonality. Back to A again. Major tonality. Now this brings us to the subject of the E chord, and the E chord, rather conveniently, doesn't mind whether we play minor or major. Now, here's an E 7th chord. I'll make it an E 9th. I'm going to put the major 3rd of the A on top of the E. Well, okay, that's, a little polite for obvious reasons because I'm playing a chord here, not a lead solo, but okay. That's going to work fine. That's not going to be a bad thing. Okay. So what if we put the flat 3rd? Well, I'm in kind of mind of a phrase like that sort of thing, or those sort of sounds. Well, that sounds to me very, very minor. Okay. So therefore. Okay, so this is a really good piece of news for us, because if the E doesn't mind whether we play major or minor, when we come to looking at that 3rd line of the blues, and that's the one where we potentially have a lot of problems otherwise, we've got E going to D and then A going to E7, which is to turn us around and get us back to the start again. Since the E doesn't mind and we've got a bar of D7 coming straight afterwards, if we play that as minor, and then when we get back to the A, major again, and again, stay on major for the E7. So this is really handy because it gives us, the very least we get is a 2-bar stretch on a given tonality. Now, that's a nice little practice routine. We've got 4 bars of A major, 2 bars of D7, or A minor as we're now thinking, back to 2 bars of A, D7, and now and again you'll get this, but you can still think of that as D7, and we'll come back to why that is in another video. Okay, back to D7. Okay, then we've got minor E, still minor through the D7, major for the A, and major for the E7. Okay. It's not too difficult to get in your head, although, as I said, these changes come along pretty rapidly when you're not used to dealing with changes. Now, the great beauty of this is that at the end of 12 bars, you're highly unlikely to be thinking, I've run out of ideas, and oh, what shall I do next, or how can I pretend this is really interesting? You're going to be thinking, well, I'd really love to play another chorus of this. So again, just to give you the flavour of this, and there's still more to talk about, because there always is with this sort of stuff, but here's my A, still A, D, A, okay, a little difficult to talk when I'm doing that. Was the E. There's my D7th. And there's my major run taking me back round for the next chorus. Okay, now as with all of these things, practice, practice, practice. Now a lot of people talk about downloading tracks, and I'm probably one of them on occasion, and that's a good thing. Really useful thing to do here is to record the chords yourself. So you've got to know, I always think you've got to know a sequence well to record it, and that's always a good thing with this. You need to be hearing those chords in your head, anticipating when they're coming along. A simple way of doing that, just record it on your phone. Don't get caught up with how much reverb should I put on the guitar and which guitar shall I record. It doesn't matter as long as you've got something trotting out those chords for you. Now ideally you want those to be coming along at a reasonably slow pace, so don't overdo it, just think nice and relaxed. Probably about 100 beats a minute, and keep the parts simple, don't make it complicated. Nice and relaxed, so you can play along with that. Okay, well look, that's about it for this particular video. There's a couple more to follow yet, of course, because there's always going to be more to talk about, so I'll be covering a couple of other possible subjects that we can look into then. It's really very useful if you could press the subscribe button. That would be great if you wouldn't mind. So bye for now, thanks for watching.